Hello and welcome to the Neville Richards Premier League. Matt Milne, Mark Hayes. Matty, we've reached the pointy end of the season. We didn't think we'd get here through the depths of winter, but we've arrived.
Yes, we have got there, Hazy. It's finals time. You can smell it in the air. We've got Carnival of Golf Week happening this week, and finals will be kicking off on Saturday, and we've got a couple of rip-snorting affairs.
Rip-snorting?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Any more thesaurus sort of work you...
Well, I have got a few more words in our analysis this week, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right, well, let's get straight into it. It's only a short preview today, but as we said, it's very important. The first match for discussion is a knockout elimination final between Madonna's Peakers, who have been, well, they were the form team of the competition for a long time, and the suddenly hot Pigden Street Pirates, who we've revved hundreds of times.
We have the Pirates. They've sort of been the sleeper of the competition through the season here, but it is the day of reckoning for the Peakers. Regular season contest has been 1-1, so very even through there. But I suppose the important thing you look at is that the Peakers actually finished 3 games clear of the Pirates on the ladder. So you would think from a consistency point of view that they might be strong enough. But yes, as you said, loser straight out, and the winner of this one will play the loser of the qualifying final.
So I want to talk about the leadership of both these teams. We've made a big deal about the Pirates having multiple leaders. Will that be important to them in the crunch? Because it's a bit rudderless, let's be honest.
They have. The Peakers have sort of lost their way a little bit, and but as we sort of have a look at our rounds through the season, like in round 4, the Peakers touched up the Pirates by 14 points there, but in round 11, the Peakers got their pants pulled down by the Pirates, about 19 points in that match there. But interestingly though, the Peakers only had 5 players in that contest, and even when we look at both rounds that they've played, the Peakers actually only had the same 5 players scored each round. So they're relying on sort of a too few. That was actually Yarny, Leroy, Chrissy Dodds, Pete O'Neill and Richard West were the scorers. While for the Pirates, only Mickey McNeil, Justin McGrath and David Newman had both their scores count. So the Pirates sort of spread it around a little bit when they met last time.
Peter Vogel's been talking it up a little bit lately. Do you think he's got the goods to sort of bring it forward in the final?
Well, with my pre-game analysis here, I have got some players under pressure to perform. And for the Peakers, I would put it on all the 5 that haven't scored.
Yes.
So in those past contesters, that's the Vogels, Peter and Norma, Rod Allen, Trevor Thompson and Julie Milne.
Julie's back?
She's back. Not one of their scores have counted in these contests. Recent form doesn't give much enthusiasm either, when they've only returned scores of 26, 26, 31, and 2 did not plays in their last round before we sort of head into finals. Julie is back from touring. She's had a week of catching up with the grandchildren, so hopefully that might spark her up for this Saturday.
And did she, not that she's done it personally, I want to put that on the table, but did she learn something about some MTV dancing techniques?
Yes, she did learn some twerking the other night. My daughter showed her that. So hopefully she doesn't do that on the course on Saturday. But for the Pirates, I'm going to put it on the 2 women of the team. Joy Francis. No, not to twerk. Oh. Joy Francis and Yvette Pollock. And also Johnny Crossett. They haven't registered a score when they've both met. So, and then leading into the finals, the scores returned by these 3 are 27, 26, 27, 27, 22.
Ooh.
So that's not too flash either. But hopefully they might have some fire in the belly after last week's heroic draw and getting into the finals.
Righto, time's come. Who are you tipping? This is the money prediction from you.
Yes, well, looking at the current timesheet bookings as of Monday, Pirates haven't got Johnny Crossett, Johnny Powell and Vice Captain Heaton.
No.
Very surprising seeing he's talked it up and he hasn't got his name down. Maybe he's looking for a group to slot in too late, but he's currently not down. And then the Peakers are missing 2.
Only 2.
And it's 2 of the biggest names of the competition. We've got Jordan and Pippen, Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We've got Batman and Robin, Dermy and Dunstall, Tiger and Rachel Yucatel. But maybe these 2 are like Shrek and Donkey or Thelma and Louise. Yarny Lathuris and Lee McMurray aren't down on the timesheet this week.
What? You can't be serious.
I called it with Lee after his previous final round efforts. Not down on the sheet, but Yarny's not either.
Wow.
Whether they're waiting for a late inclusion, but yes, we will find out Saturday.
Surely this would end Lee's Drayton Medal challenge, like on the technicality.
Yeah, well, then again, Drayton Medal, these votes don't count.
No, I know.
So
But like we could
suspend him.
We could suspend.
Yeah, we could. When we spoke last time, he wasn't too happy with that. So he actually was quite apologetic when he came in last Saturday about his performance and effort the week before. So hopefully he's learned from his mistakes.
Well, we'll only know if they get their names on the timesheet. I'm going to go for the Pirates, Matty.
And I'm going to go with the Rising Peakers.
Wow, there you go. So we're torn on the first match. Let's have a look at the teams on the other side of this little tiny break. We've got a very special guest as we preview the other big final. Welcome back, and as promised, a very special guest, six-time club champion, and more importantly, I reckon, Jen Edmondson, as you join us, you've arrived in form. You're the new Open champion of the golf, the Carnival of Golf.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. And yeah, it was a great day on Sunday. We won't mention any scores or anything like that, but it was nice to pick up the win. So,
no, we're not. We are going to mention scores, Jen. You've won the Ladies Open Championship with 91. Are you embarrassed with that?
Well, yeah. So, but you know what, Matt? On the little trophy, you don't have the score.
Yeah,
you just
true.
have the name.
Yeah, congratulations.
So no one's ever going to know that. In a couple of months' time, they'll just forget that. And
We've got long memories and a video.
Oh well, you know, these things happen. You can only, play in the conditions, and
This is true.
it was a tough day at the office, I must say.
It was. Now, Jen, let's focus on what's important here, which is the big qualifying final here. Your Granny's Corner Goblins
Yep.
against the Hood Road Hookers to advance straight to the grand final. Matty's got a big form assessment, but what's your gut feel as you're winding up for the big Saturday performance?
Well, I've got to say, Mark, I'm in training. We've got the water because there is no drinking in the week leading up to the big final. So, I'm doing it all for the team. But I'm a little nervous because they're a great side, the Hood Road Hookers. But I still think on paper and on our day, if we can all come together, it would be great. And I think we can get the chocolates. But we've got to probably look at David Milne and hope that he's come back in form because he's been away, hasn't picked up a club for a while. Well, he might have. We're not sure over there. Keeps telling us he has, but he mightn't have. But him and probably most of the other teams have been going pretty well. Probably myself might need to just lift a bit too. I need to bag myself.
So, Jen, you sort of made the mention about no alcohol the week before and abstaining. Is that the same in other areas of life as well, like the footballers do prior to big games?
Well, yes. We've had that discussion at home, and yep, that's a pact we've got. Yeah, being both in the same team, we've got the same goals.
And if you're not drinking, that must mean it's very important. So, Hazy, while you've lost it there, we might just go straight into it. We've got, as we've said, the Hood Road Hookers and the Granny's Corner Goblins, first and seconds. It's going to be a titanic struggle, this one. Best two teams all year. Both, I'm assuming, will go in full strength, but we have got a little bit on that later. The Goblins, actually the highest scoring team for the season, so they have a lot of firepower in their team. Last time they met, we had round 4. The Hookers got over the top of the Goblins 174 to 163. While in round 11, the Goblins won. So 1-1 again in this. So it's going to really test out of who's going to be the better team. Through both of the contests for the Hookers, Johnny Bowman and Alan Sweeney had their score recorded both times. While for the Goblins, it was Hoppy, Flea and Gary Haywood. And also Jen's score counted both times, in both times that they've met. So probably shows that the Hookers might share the spread of the scores a little bit more evenly than the Goblins, whereas they're sort of relying on less players there. So
well, let's focus in on the less players aspect of this because I know there's one person in particular, Matty, that you want to sort of just turn the Bunsen burner up on a little bit.
Yeah, so we'll start with the Hookers to begin with. We've got 2 players that didn't score at all when these teams have both met. Brian King and Ian Party haven't scored in the contests. Party's had 22 points and 24 points, while Kingy had no show because he was boozing in Melbourne, and then a 25.
Wow. Recent
form in the last round that we played doesn't bode well with Mr. King having 27 and Mr. Party having 20.
I thought you'd buried the hatchet with Kingy a little bit.
No, well, if it's deserved, he gets it. So, and that's deserved because he really needs to lift if the Hookers want to get over the line. Now, the Goblins. We have 3 players whose scores didn't count last time. Toby Prime, David Milne and Rick Edmondson. When they last met, 26, 29 and 27, don't cut the mustard. Rick, I'm really concerned with. He's got an injury. Pulled out on Sunday in the mixed event when he was going to partner Jen. Apparently it's called finalitis.
Finalitis?
Finals-itis. Bit like St Kilda, don't like finals, and there is a whisper that he may not play due to this injury, but I'm not sure what the injury is. Recent form for Rick and Toby was 25 and 28, while actually David Milne's actually been in some form down in Tassie, had 41 points on one time he played there over. Maybe he plays better with two heads down there, I'm not sure, but anyway, can he produce when he comes back to the mainland?
What course was that on?
It was like a par 3 course, I think. But no, he had 41 points. So they've actually played probably a dozen games while they're away, so they should come back peaking and ready to fire.
I might have to take those words back then. I said, David, keep going, Dave. Just keep that form going. That's all we need.
So if we look at the current timesheet bookings, hookers have all 10 players again.
They've been rock solid all year.
Kenny Hughes maybe on late withdrawal. He's been playing golf along the river this week with a friend up there. Not sure whether the heat and other activities are going to procure him from playing, but I'm sure he's fit and strong enough to play, and he hasn't sapped too much energy while he's up there. David Milne returns for the Goblins, but will that inclusion be big enough to cover the two Goblins that aren't on the sheet?
Who's missing?
Gary Haywood and Daniel Hopgood.
No, there's another two big guns.
Both stalwarts, both high-scoring, consistent players. If they don't play, does that give the edge to the hookers?
Well, let's ask our special guest.
Oh, that could be a bit tough because they have been our rocks.
Yeah.
The whole team at this stage, especially Daniel. He's been quite good, but Gary's been great over the last few weeks. So,
and that's the thing with this competition is it really relies on players participating in that. And we know we're getting busy with different things, but yeah, we're at finals time now, and yeah, so whether they will appear late on the timesheet, time will tell.
I'm staggered to hear the four most probably consistent names in these two contests missing from the timesheets. Wow.
We are only Tuesday morning though, so a lot of water underneath the bridge. They may be able to organise things so they can get here.
True. Let's hope so, Mac.
Righto, I know who you're going to tip, Jen. So, Matty, who you got in the big qualifying final here? Straight through to the grand final is going to be...
I'm going to go the Goblins.
Ooh, wow.
That's because I'm sitting here, Matt.
Well, I'll risk Jen's left hook and I'll say the hookers. They've been pretty solid all year. Although I will say the Goblins have been rising at the right end of the year. So,
yes, it's a lot more even now if Haywood and Hopgood don't play. That'll be the big test.
I like Lynn Kirby's form, and Kingy, I'll back you, mate. Even though your big mate over here won't, I'll back you to get the job done this Saturday. Bit controversial.
Won't happen.
Jen, you're going to be party to the end of season festivities, I assume?
Absolutely. Already got the registered for the ticket, so wouldn't miss it for the world, Hazy. It's going to be a great night, I think. So just hearing little snippets of what might be. Don't know the full agenda, but it sounds like it's going to be a ripper night. So
I did get a sneak peek, just for your own information, at the Milne wardrobe. It's going to be pretty special.
Right.
Yes, I have secured a sponsor for the night for my outfit, so that's will be delivered just prior to the Saturday, the 17th of September. Have you got a sponsor so far, Hazy, for your attire?
Not just at the minute, sort of. Might be Yabba Dabba Doo at the moment. I can't find anything to fit me. It would be a Flintstone suit.
Yes, okay. Well, I have heard some participants are going to go out in the theme of wearing their team colours. If you're a hooker, that's sort of more of the orange colour, and then we also had the Pirates was a pink colour. So if you're struggling to work out what you're going to wear, I don't know, is it a black tie affair? Is it?
I think
are we rolling the red carpet out to our participants?
There's a sneaky chance this is red carpet, but there's definitely not black tie.
Yeah,
I
okay.
can't imagine it. Portarlington sort of golf club scenario where it's a black tie.
if you're in the final, you may not have time to go home and change because
That's
you
true.
might be in there celebrating straight after. I would have thought. So
just wear what you're comfy in.
yep.
Probably don't wear a Madonna outfit though. If that happens, I wouldn't be keen on seeing too many.
Oh, can't we wear that?
Could change your plans. Anyway, it's 17th of September. It's the grand final night of the competition from 6:30 to 11:30. It's going to be a barrel of laughs. Matty's put a power of work into it. There's some things starting to come together, which are pretty amusing. So,
How are the ticket sales going, Hazy? Where are we at?
we're over half. I didn't check this morning, but I think we're sort of somewhere in the mid 60s from last time I looked. So we're well over halfway to the destination. I'll put a link on the email I send you with this video to how to get involved. Make sure you do, and if you can't make it, just as important thing, let Matt know so that we can release more tickets to guests, because strangely enough, they've been very popular outside just the 80 of us who have been playing here. So yeah, that's about it. September 17.
It's all looking good, Hazy. Looking forward to this Saturday. It's going to be great watching those scores come in, and who knows, there may be a couple of upsets.
What do you reckon, Jen? How have you gone here? You've been the most sensible by any stretch of the guests we've had.
Is that right?
Yeah,
oh,
no
well,
doubt.
I could have been sillier, but I just thought, sometimes you've just got to, yeah. But once again, I'm on the water, so,
You're on the water, and it is only 10 o'clock in the morning, so...
So, it's, that's the thing. You gotta
Cheers
be
and good
sensible.
luck.
Cheers.
Cheers. Good luck to you.
And thanks for having me.
No worries. And all the teams participating on Saturday. It's been a fun ride to get to here. We'll see how the finals pressure comes to bear on all the teams.
Thanks, guys. See you on Saturday.
Let's go team. Go the Goblins.